Hey, I would greatly appreciate it if you could support my eBay store. Simply go to ebay.com, type in the search bar Latrice Limited, and then click on the shop and then support me. I have a wide variety of items. I have a lot of Latrice Limited personal items as well, such as bath bombs, candles, soaps, essential oil blends, lingerie robes, teddies. I also have comic books, men's ties, just a whole bunch of different stuff on there. Okay, definitely support me. And now let's get into the video. So I was first on Instagram and I came across this video and I was like, okay, she is speaking some sense. Okay, so first I'm going to play the lady's video and then I'm gonna get into the article and then get into all that. Okay.
No house shoes, no pajamas, no bonnets, right? And social media was so up in arms that they tried to destroy this woman's business by leaving her bad reviews, saying that the sign was anti-black. I just want to know why everything negative and uncouth has to be labeled black culture. I also want to know why advocating for us to go in public looking like we care about ourselves and how we look is deemed as respectability politics. We should not be condoning and advocating for clear signs of depression, because the only times I've ever been raggedy in public is when something was off with me mentally. Rolling out of bed in the morning and going in public with a bonnet and pajamas on and house shoes is unacceptable, uncouth behavior, no matter what race of people does it. And going out in public looking well put together like I care about myself doesn't mean that I'm trying to be like white people or I'm trying to get white people to respect me. Maybe it's because I respect me. Let's make having self-respect a part of black culture.
Y'all, so people are getting mad. Black dentist says no bonnets, no house shoes, no pajama bottoms allowed within the office. Okay, so you have people on the Tweeterbirds who went and got up in arms about this because they're like, oh, well, you just don't want black people up in there. Oh, you're the problem, da da da. So in the article itself, one person actually said, if I get kicked out for wearing pajama bottoms to a root canal, I would Karen so hard on that place. So you got people who are getting mad because a black dentist said, y'all, I don't want to see any bonnets, no house shoes, no pajama bottoms. Okay, that's all I'm asking. No other requirements. Just don't be coming in here like you just woke up. You know what I mean? And people be like, oh, well, what's the problem with that? One user, for example, which for some reason they then said the account was no longer in existence. Don't know what that's about. But they said it's flat out racist. How? Because ghetto and looking like you have no home training, looking like you just don't care is just automatically associated with blackness. Okay, shows how much y'all think about yourselves. Okay, if you think being black means ghetto, no home training, and ratchet, that's what defines black people. That's insane. So another person said, it's not racist, meatball. You just offended because you associate bonnets, pajamas, and house shoes with black people. That just is what it is. Okay, they're not the only ones who go outside like that. That's your perception. I tell you. Okay, I've seen white people and I've seen Hispanic people go outside. I haven't seen Asian people and I have not seen Indian people. I have not seen them go outside looking like they just rolled out of bed with house shoes on, pajamas on, and all that. If anything, sweats, a t-shirt and some sweatpants, but they're not coming out the house with all this other stuff. From what I have seen, and I know everyone gonna say, oh, but I seen it. I'm talking about the majority. I haven't seen majority of Asian people, Indian people. I have not seen it. Black people, they're infamous for this mess. This is the same kind of stuff that happened within the turkey leg hut, because in the turkey leg hut, is that turkey leg with it falls off the bone and whatnot. It's up in Houston, Texas. And she was like, yo, black owned. I think she was an ex-basketball player. And she was like, yo, we're not doing the bonnets. We're not doing the whole attire. We're not doing the stripper wear. We're not doing, house shoes. We're not doing pajama. And everyone's like, oh, you're just trying to exclude because now you think you uppity. Now you think that you better than us and da 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 da. And it's like, no, it really has nothing to do with me thinking that I'm better than you. But this is supposed to be a family establishment. And this ain't some, ratchet hood Waffle House that you could go to at 2 a.m. Okay, clean up your act and then come in here. It's not like I'm asking you anything crazy. I'm saying I don't want to see you wearing just a complete see-through gown where I'm seeing your thong in your bra. Another person on Twitter who said, what's the difference between this sign and the sign that says no shoes, no shirt, no service? Nothing. The business has a dress code for patrons. If you don't agree and you don't have to, then just patronize a different business. So that's the thing. It's like, why don't you just go somewhere else? Why do you think that you could just roll out of bed? You got that bonnet on, and let's keep it real, y'all. And this is why I used to hate pajama day at school, because you see these people, they wear the same stuff any other day. And I'm like, you're going to wear a bonnet to sleep in? You're going to be wearing this in public with outside air and outside dirt, and then you're going to lay in your bed with this on? House shoes that you've been walking around outside in, dog piss and all this bird poo and all this. You're going to track it back in your house and walk as normal? What? Your clothes, your pajamas, if you sleep with clothes on, but your pajamas and everything that you're just walking around outside with, you're going to go in your bed and sleep with that? I'm like, that's gross, yo. That is so nasty. They're not asking you to put on, a suit and tie or a pencil skirt and a nice blouse. They're just saying, don't be looking like you just rolled out of bed, because I want a certain appearance. And people over here complaining like this is such a big deal. And then to say, oh, well, it's racist. No, that means that you think that only black people be walking around the house. Walking out of the house looking like this. When in all reality, I've seen other people do it too. And yes, it always looks tacky. There's a certain crowd that look attracts. Same with the sagging pants. You know what I mean? You got your pants all the way down. You really think that's a respectable person who has their pants all the way down and sagging and got the long shirts and then the grills and the tattoos on their faces? It's a certain look that they don't want a certain crowd there. And hey, if you don't want to be a part of it, no one is saying you have to.